from where it is you sit, what must KRA do for it to expand the tax base so that everybody else is in the tax bracket, so that the few who are being taxed do not feel as if they're carrying the heavy burden for the country?
Tax payment, to me, I want to bring it from after engaging on these few years being in the Committee of Finance. I think it calls for more on the personality of people, the character of our people. Most Kenyans doesn't want, given an opportunity, they either want to reduce or not to pay at all. But sometimes listening to them during normal discussion, some are justified. Mm-hmm. Why should I pay when I'm not seeing the service? Mm-hmm. I mean, why should I pay when I'm not seeing, when I go to hospital and I'm told in our health facilities in counties, go and buy drugs
across the board,
go and buy gloves. Fairly. Mm-hmm. Then you see a governor going for a small function, like another governor has been going around the county taking a dummy check of the same value that we are issuing bursary of this much. All the number of words just to campaign around it with entourage of motor vehicles. We are not using hair, they are using oil, using fuel. You might be spending over 3 million to around 4 million. And then you go to nearby facility and you're told there are no trucks. Tell me why should that person be pushed to pay? Mm-hmm. So, to be honest, as again I said, despite all the challenges, we have a very resilient economy and hardworking people.
Do you therefore
should we match service delivery? Yeah. We will have our own. We will have what it takes. And this thing will be self-compensating. Well, KRA are trying their best whenever we engage them, because that's a department we keep looking at our committee. And they, of course, have seen governance changes a little bit to try to farm up supervision and have results. I know we have now former CS for trade. He has been brought in. I expect transformation and result-based. He seems to be an entrepreneur-oriented person. I've seen entities which were government run as parastatals that now the law has been amended and in the GOE. We think they are going to grow, transform, and be able to contribute more than the tax in terms of competing in the business and give more dividends to the government. All those put together, but still the bottom line comes, relate the service delivery with what people are giving. If we're able to do that one, I'm sure none of the citizens will refuse when you know your child will go to school and be educated without any problem. When you know that you have your own card and you can go to facility like what Shah is trying to bring about it, if this thing will be effective fully, and you go to facility and be given services, because it's a question of character, it's a question of attitude. What we are fighting for now, we are fighting attitude concept more than the real will. That is where we are. We have a challenge. We also have people, and I think, yes, we've been looking so much the spread on the national aspect, which sometimes diminishes. Because if you are told how much has gone to tourism today, and you try to tell what the return have you received from tourism, you may not specifically pick. If you are told how much has gone to education, don't forget in that education there are many departments. There are how many PSS? We have almost 4 or 5 PSS. Like the one on research, you will be told today what do you have time to see what has happened? Yes, you look at the block figure and say a lot of money have gone there. But remember there, they will structure and share among them. But if we have both level of government being committed to their promise for the people, holistically, without self-conflicted. And I think that's where I don't know whether we still have, what kind of other laws do we still need to put in place, because we have craft laws. I think Kenya, we have a lot of craft laws. DCI, we have what we call conflict of interest law, we have money laundering, we have all this. But still, rampant corruption is still persistent. And corruption nowadays may not be directly picking, but even on the aspect of negotiation, the cost of service delivery is shifting up. And if you look at it, that the line seems to be affected. But out of it, some hidden areas that you may not see physically, because when you're given a PQ, how will you pick that is in this PQ? You're not expert. That to build this house, it costs this much. How will you really pick and survey and say, no, this brick doesn't cost this one? I mean, if with that motive and intention and deliberate intention to increase the cost to benefit an individual. And also, society also has to play a little bit, because we have a society that seems to be praising crafty people than the people who are committed to deliver services. Because if a politician or any other person want to be worshipped because you have money, and people are rallying women in the village, you want to clap for this person, he has money, will give us money, and the peanut money that cannot change your household. I think we have a lot as a society also to change our mindset on the way we view, because once we transform our mindset, then we would have the right people to be in place. We also have a constitution which you want to appreciate. It has brought about democracy. But I think it's also at high time we audit and look at the cost of implementing this constitution, because we have a lot of agencies with duplicated roles, and it would cost every agency will say, give us money. If you look at conflict, the other day we are hiring police officers. We have a police commission, a national police commission. Yeah. We have a police service with Inspector General. They conflicted. The other one says, look at, this is my mandate to employ. The other one says, no, you don't have capacity to employ. Immediately there was a leeway from the court pronunciation. Without even preparation, we saw people being employed that we cannot even, we still have to take time to know how many people are employed. Yeah. So with all these attitudes, honestly, as a country, I think we need to come to an amendment. I don't know whether we'll agree to arrive and evaluate, first of all, the enabling of this. How are we going to structure? Because again, we have to go back to the parent law that is going to fix on some of the problems, eliminate some of it,